Steelers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Almost teed up, Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're off from Jacksonville. Johnson with a return here. He's brought down inside the 20 and rounded back for lessons. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Lawrence going to throw straight away here. Here comes the screen for ETA. Lots of room on the first step. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. A gain of 27 yards there. And that's a Jaguar first down.
Gotta be pretty good actors. Gotta be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop that pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, it's choreography by everybody in that offense.
He gets a few on the comes forward.
This is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Lisa 24.
Seconds down, it's ETA. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing on it. He comes inside the field. Musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
Okay, that's a run that's hold home on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That one hits the deck. No fear for them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. Went for that big shot. They wanted to get that highlight the first time they touched the football.
Now, this group likes to be aggressive, and early incompletion's not going to deter them. Sharpshooters, they don't stop shooting threes because of one brick, and they won't stop pushing this ball down the field either.
On 4th down, it's Logan Cook on for the Jaguars to punt it away. Calvin Austin on the return for the Steelers. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. He can't find anything as he goes out of bounds. Nothing on that return.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Go play action. Howard. Comes over the left side of Smith. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've left over the week during practice. They're both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end is beneficiary.
It's Johnson on 2nd down. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Look at here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. All right for the first time with Jalen Warren. Manages just a yard on the 1st down. It's going to be 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Out of the gun, Howard. Has him on the quick hitter. He's about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he could move those chains.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback goes man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Run with Warren. That's the 1st down, and he's still going. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
1st down. A gain of 15. 1st down, Steelers.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Throwing now, Howard. Screen play to Warren. Stands on one side. He's going to take him down a yard shy of the 25. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Johnson gets it on first and 10. Luke gets a couple yards through that chaos. Kevin Lloyd on the tackle.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Here's Howard. This finds Austin. Complete. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now.
15 yards.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Ready? 70, let's go.
From the red zone on first. Brissett complete. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. It's not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal.
Set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Running back, motioning right. Shotgun snap here to Howard. They find Johnson into the backfield. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
That's a defense's goal, okay? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get out the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Go.
2 yards away from a touchdown to begin this game. Here's 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Set. Hawk, set.
Warren. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Steelers have a great first drive and get the game's first points. In that opening series, you use this word a lot when we brought methodical. No massive highlights, just effective play calling, steady progress until they cross that goal line.
Yep, and to fans and fantasy football owners, it might not have been a highlight. To the coaches, the entire drive was a highlight. A great start. I mean, great start to the game where their offense stayed consistent, operated the plan just how it was drawn up, found the end zone as a result.
Return coming from the 6. He's brought down just inside the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10.
Hey, easy. Route. Here we go.
Here's ETN to begin the drive. Wing to work at the 35. Down the sideline inside the 40. And he's finally brought down at the 33. They rip up a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
Hey, lion. Hey, tomato. Set.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Gotta be rush hour, kid. There's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, go. Hey, danger, set.
They will not get another playoff. We're at the end of 1. 7-0 is our score. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. for the second quarter. It's Jaguar football. They've got 2nd and 7 to start.
Hey, run. Hot.
On play action now. Lawrence bails out of the pocket quick. He can run it.
You know, Kate, they always say that you know what it's more like? It's more like an applause. Especially in a situation like that. It's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches.
Go.
Up the middle they go with Bigsby. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead.
Right, let's go.
Get what you need.
Done. It says hot. Motion.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. It's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and lead teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Fred on red. Silver.
Give up the guts of Bigsby. All he can get is the arm here. It's going to be 3rd down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. Ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they can be the big gains of next week.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Hey, Soko. It's hot. Hot.
Throw here. 3rd down. Look underneath here for NCA. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars can tie it up in the 2nd after coming into the lead. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. Came Little to try the extra point. And he does not tie this game. His extra points off. They remain down by 1. Wasn't accurate on the extra point, but he should be able to keep this between the sidelines, hopefully, as he sends this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. Begins with a run by Johnson. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front block. Give up the big play and then go a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Third and long for him here. That's Dotson with a catch out right. He is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's the Steelers' first down. New set of downs for him from the 46.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Dom's the man in motion right. Johnson up the middle. Across the 40. He has this down to the 34. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I'll tell you what, Kate, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that pick me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that one.
That's being sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
I know coordinator's quarterback going to be said with that first down, because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Break the huddle. It's second down now.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Shotgun handoff to Ward. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Let's see what they went with on third down. Here he goes, third and long. It's everything he has under this one. Has his man, it stops. He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
There's so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
Johnson will not score, and he's not going to get nothing wrong either. He lost close to 3 on that play.
A loss of 2 brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's second and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
Howard looking to pass. And got his man. That's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers grow the lead to 7. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Boswell to add the PAT.
For the point after.
Right down the middle. It's good. And the Steelers grow their lead to 8. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Jaguar. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him.
Boswell to kick off for
Now
Pittsburgh.
Boswell on to send this away. Johnson now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's first and 10.
Hey, Lion, 11, 11. Tomato.
Lawrence to throw it. Great defensive play. Jar it loose. Incomplete.
Intended for Brenton Strange.
Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there.
Brings
So it'll
up
be second down.
at the 22-yard
Working across the
line.
middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that absolute contest. You can do it.
182 yards to the end, Brock. It's third down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
We're at the 2-minute warning now from Everbank. The Jaguars need some big yards in a hurry. Let's see what they draw up on these 3rd and 7.
Hey, run. Here we go.
Throw, 3rd and long. He's made. Thomas has it. And he's taken down just a couple yards shy of the 40. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Jaguar first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's a money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
We set it down, score him at the 38.
Hey, go.
Counter give to Etienne. And he picks him up about 4 yards there. Second down coming up.
6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front seven.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Etienne again. Find them after just a yard. It's third down.
Sometimes just feel like in the battle of every whole home run is a bigger play. Just needed one more component. Hit that extra, block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Hey, Ginger. Done.
Third down, wants to throw. Defender runs right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't find Brian Thomas Jr. on that throw. And 4th and 4 coming up.
On to punt for the Jaguars.
Wow, beautiful punt there. They have them backed up all the way to the 2-yard line. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. No throw from his end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
Now they send their back in motion right. Finds a seam down the middle. Still fighting forward. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, that right there, Brock, is saving all of your guys a whole lot of work. I see 10 dudes breathing easy out there, and only one of them out of breath, and he's the one holding that football in the end zone.
Are you sure about that? Because you know what I love about these moments? I love especially going back and watching on tape and watching the big guys. Watching all those along. Certainly some are going to walk, some are going to wave, but eventually some will make their way 90 yards downfield to celebrate that one as well. Because you're right, it was one heck of a show.
Johnson with a return here. He lost the football, and they steal it back on the return.
These guys are flying down the field. Reminds me of the guys at Braveheart. But different than Braveheart, these guys got 2 things on their mind. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, try to separate the ball if they can. It's rare that it happens, but boy, is it big when it does.
On 1st down, Howard. Short pass brought in. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. The Steelers calling their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Howard looking to throw. It is a word broadcasters hesitate to use for a lot of reasons, but 4 touchdowns in 4 drives, Brock. I think we can throw it out with perfection thus far.
Yeah, this game will humble you at this level. I mean, this This is the best of the best playing it, and you don't normally see this kind of execution and this kind of efficiency, so I understand that for perfection. I will remind everybody, though, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
This return starts at the 5. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Only 10 seconds remaining here, so first and 10 may be our last snap of the half.
13 move. Hey.
Yep, as expected, they go to the ground, start this one off. They blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Cam Little, the kickoff for the Jaguars.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Steelers with some very good field positions. They get set, first and 10. Nowhere to throw. Hits him on the out route. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And they'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Here's Algier on first down. He's caught just as he crossed the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up a yard. It's going to be second down.
The only thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
At the 46-yard line.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9.
Let's go now. Nike Nation.
Shotgun handoff to Johnson. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. So it's going to be third down.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
A less than ideal third and 8 here.
Here we go, set.
Air it out on third. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. That is a great stop to deny him the marker. It's going to be fourth down.
Feet nice, Dave. Feet nice. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet nice move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
The Steelers calling their first timeout, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. They pass on that long field goal. Would have been 55 yards. They're going for this.
19, Tiger, 19.
Going for it. And they bring him down around the 34. There comes as a 4-yard kickoff, and it gets him a first down.
Easily out the yardage for a first. For a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Here's first and 10 from the 34.
Go.
Go play action. Howard. Go right side, and Dobbs hits it. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Move the chain! Gotta move the chain! Good momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
At the 21-yard line.
And you keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. From the gun, Johnson. His progress is soft, but a nice 5-yard gain before it was.
You know, Kate, it's a place like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Quick on the draw. Second down only works out for a yard.
You know, some positive yardage there, Kate, but just as important, they're mixing up their play calling. And it could very well be setting up the defense for a big play later.
Coming to the line for their 9th play of the drive. This is 3rd and 3.
Let's go. Head to 60. Head to 60.
Waiting from the gun. Here's Howard. He's got his man. This is Austin. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He's got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet. It gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Quick pass, right side, complete. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10.
Hey, Lion.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Nice caught takes Travis Hunter. And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. 12 yards on that play, and a good call, nets up the 1st. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
At the 37-yard line.
24.
Lawrence with it on 1st. Hits him downfield. This is Thomas. Touchdown, Jacksonville! The Jaguars start their second half with some needed points. Ryan Thomas Jr., a touchdown.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. You know, got middle field open or close. So got a single eye or two eyes. Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Steelers 35. Jaguars 13. Cam Little.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Calvin Austin on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchdown. Gets at the 25-yard line. First call here coming for the shotgun. I'll start the drive here with Warren. Wrong track. First guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Taken down.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you. Once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this. It's over. Over.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. The gun, Howard, taking a shot deep here. Oh, it would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Gets him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways. But defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10.
On the red. Take right open. Open. Hey, Ginger, Silver.
Play action now. Lawrence. Center field, and he has it. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. Well, that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
They make this stop. I'm going to say about the 37-yard line.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Flushed out of the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. Across the 20, continuing the way. And they take it out of bounds, which means his offense set for first and goal.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of the defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way. We need to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
Hey, go.
From the red zone, on first. Defensive play, John loose, incomplete. Brian Thomas Jr., his intended target. It's 2nd and goal. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear.
And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Jaguars shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of the blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way. It took the entire breach.
Well, Brock, they're uncertainly an option as they lined up for two, but as an offense, what are you looking for when you decide to throw it instead?
Well, you've spent all week working on these plays, and usually you have 2 or 3 that you like. That run game, you're right, you can run it. There's so much more space with creativity in the passing game. Good offenses, elite offenses, they find a way not just to practice it, but to execute it when it matters.
Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Go! 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Shotgun snap here to Howard. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. And again here, Howard. Finds him over the middle. And some excellent work to drive them all the way out past the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there and picks up the first.
The Steelers first down. A gain of 11 on the play. And
3 quarters in the books from this one. The Steelers up a couple of scores and in control of the football. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Play action. Here's Howard. Completed left side to Smith. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You want to become quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Warren here from the gun. That run good for a handful as it brings up 2nd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. to pick up a 14 yards as the chains reset.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn completion that gets them the first down.
We've set it down for him at the 38.
Here we go, here we go.
Inside kick to Johnson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops Spain for no gain on that first down play.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
60 bicep.
Throwing now, Howard. It's into the hands of Dom. And he's tackled for a short gain.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, they didn't give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partners. They try to figure out this 3rd and 7. Throw here, 3rd down. Cut out. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's the Steelers' first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Motioning one of the tight ends. He puts it on 1st and 10. And he'll pull his way in for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself in those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go now. 18, Viking, 18.
Trying the inside give forward. Not much space available there. Maybe 2. That brings up 3rd down.
He was brought down by Jack Kaiser. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Ready up. Ready. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Here's Johnson. He's the tackle. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
I love that call on 3rd down because it just gives you options. The best 3rd down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of them.
1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead.
Let's go.
Run with Johnson. There's some defensive initiative in that goal to get blocked. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
19 tight, 19 tight. Go.
Trying to throw this from the gun. They just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
It's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
Let's go.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Pass it down close. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1.
We often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw in a double coverage, well, they can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Boswell able to knock it through. And that makes this a three-score game.
I think you can call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a three-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Starting from the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. First and 10.
Decent 24. Here we go.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Completed over the middle. And he's short the first after a long game.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. Creates space to take that shot downfield.
Hey, go, go! Go, go!
It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Jaguars hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Second and 3 now.
Rip, 20.
Lawrence working from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. Has some daylight through the 40. This is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45.
It's a gain of 14.
They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
On first and 10, here's Lawrence. Right side cut by Higgins. This is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0.
Jaguars first down.
First down throw, Lawrence. He's conked and it's Higgins again. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
Brings up second and 2 at the Steelers' 32-yard line.
Second down, looking for options. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
10 yards on the play.
This guy has been an animal on the ground today with some great results. A little surprising there, Kate, to see a sack so far behind the line of scrimmage. But that's a welcome sack defensively after seeing him do so much damage with his legs.
And it's good yardage, but they tap him short of the stick. Offensive line fast.
A 10-yard gain.
Desperation time here. Sends this to the end zone. And this is caught. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars get it back to within 2 possessions. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. There was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he found his man.
That was an ill-advised decision. But when you give a receiver a chance, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust your guys are better than theirs.
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time is not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And this kick is covered by the Steelers. We're going to go on to win this ball game. And he works this to the 38 before going there. All right, Steelers to the line now. First and 10. Now carried by Johnson. Rob flat. First guy he had no gain on that first down run.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear a lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
So the Steelers come in and take this on the road.